Hi Curious and welcome back to our channel. As the new year begins, we ask ourselves what has happened to the members of the Big Time Rush series. And if you're now thinking, oh yeah, those guys, and are curious as well, then stay with us as we look at what has been going on with the Big Time Rush guys recently. Do Nickelodeon's most iconic stars have any new projects coming up for 2021? What have they been up to the past few years? With the return of iCarly, it seems that nostalgia has hit some fans hard, and they are wondering what their favourite childhood stars are up to now. So stay with us to find out all the latest info, but before we continue, don't forget to turn on your notifications and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos. We know that more than one of these guys stole our hearts in the past, but for those who lost track of them, they still have the same old charms, but of course, as 10 years have passed, they have changed. But will they still be your crush after all this time? These four stars became teen idols and were on the pop charts, and their talent and charisma that we saw on TV filtered out into the real world. For those of you who might not know much about the group, they started out on Nickelodeon as a band formed for the purpose of a television series. It was inspired by the comedy series The Monkees, which had a similar premise and led to the creation of the band of the same name. The group's career had lasted well into the 70s, and to date they had sold over 75 million records. The Nickelodeon series lasted for 4 seasons and produced a television movie, 3 successful albums, and fans that remain loyal to this day. Although there are various opinions about the band, as there is with anything in the media, many critics are inclined to say that the most important reason why Big Time Rush was at the top is the fact that they were not involved in any scandal during their stardom. Unlike One Direction and The Wanted, who, when they both tasted success, got caught up in a whirlwind of a Twitter dispute among themselves, the two groups were involved in a number of arguments between them, which also led to some tensions between their fans. Some of the various accusations and scandals that involved was segregation, use of illegal substances, and homophobic comments. Big Time Rush was never involved in any scandal, big or small, during their time together as a band, even at the time that they were compared to One Direction. And there were plenty of comparisons like that back in the day. For the most part, any boy band that had emerged had been compared to the British pop group. Some fans took it even further to claim that they were better than One Direction, despite the fact that the origins were much different. The Nickelodeon boys were also older than the British guys, as were some of their fans, so some link their lack of scandals to the fact that they were more mature. What do you think about these comparisons, Curious? This band had the greatest moments of their career from 2009 onwards. Although One Direction once opened up for Big Time Rush on their tour, the British group soon surpassed them, and they were apparently forgotten sometime between 2012 and 2013. Caught in the middle of other attractive guys with talented voices, the Nickelodeon stars were somewhat forgotten by the media. It seems that scandals are synonymous with fame and success, as they help to keep your name in the press. This very talented band has generated thousands of fans around the world, and they were still very successful in their own right. Writing for the Washington Post, Melinda Newman had stated that despite all their comparisons to the British boy bands, Big Time Rush has been credited as the pop group that has once again restored credibility and relevance and relaunched boy bands back into the public eye once again. To prove this, when in 2012 Parade magazine ran their poll for the best boy band in the world, BTR came out on top, surpassing One Direction and The Wanted. According to the publication, over 800,000 votes had been cast in the poll in total, and their fans have still stayed by their side because every time something about them is posted on social media, the fans flood social media with it and show their love for the boys. After there not being any signs of these guys that had made up one of the most iconic Nickelodeon series, as if out of nowhere they had come back into the spotlight as they did a live together last year during the pandemic quarantine. They were not the only artists to do that, but for obvious reasons their reunion brought much joy to their fans, and with that live there were many questions that came to the minds of their supporters. Carlos Pena Jr., Kendall Schmidt, Logan Henderson and James Maslow made a surprising virtual reunion on Twitter, and with it they unleashed a series of emotions among their followers that was a mix of nostalgia and pure happiness to see them together again. James was the first to greet the audience and to welcome his companions. Kendall and Logan followed him, urging their fans to be more united than ever and to keep in touch with family and friends to make sure that everyone is doing well. As for Carlos, he was the one who ended the video with the biggest hint that gave fans much hope. In his farewell, he said, "We love you guys so much, spread that love, spread that aloha, and who knows, a lot to look forward to at the end of this. So in other words, it does seem like there will be an expected Big Time Rush reunion when the whole COVID madness ends. As if that wasn't enough, he ended the video by saying "see you soon," causing even more madness to erupt on social media as fans had been waiting and hoping for a comeback. And while nothing has been confirmed 100%, it does seem this happening is very likely. After announcing their separation back in 2014, these guys have stayed close to their fans with various different projects. Kendall formed a band with one of the Big Time Rush guitarist Dustin Belt. They had even released their debut album Happy Mistakes in September 2014 and a live album Unplugged in 2015. In 2018, they had released a handful of songs including Mad at the World and Black on Black. There were rumors going among fans that he married his girlfriend Michaela von Turkovich. However, this has not been confirmed. Logan has also immersed himself in a world of music as he tried to give his career as a soloist a try, even released some singles, Sleepwalker and Speak of the Devil. In the past, he had dated Alexa Pena Vega's sister, Mackenzie Vega, but lately Henderson has kept his private life especially private, so he has more than one fan checking out his Instagram on a regular basis to see if he has shared any new information with them. James Maslow focused his career on acting. In the movie My Boyfriend's Meds with Jamie Campbell, he left several fans stand. However, this does not mean that he has lost his musical side, since in 2019 he released his single Love You Sober, and in 2020 appeared in independent films such as Need to Talk and Wolfhound. The latter is an action drama that takes place during World War II, where he plays an American pilot shot down behind enemy lines in Germany. As for his personal life, he currently looks very happy with actress and writer Caitlin Spears by his side. And finally, this brings us to Carlos. He married Alexa Vega, who is known for having starred in the film Spy Kids. It also seems that he is very much enjoying family life, and the happy couple announced that they were expecting the third child. This was announced in a Christmas music video made by Carlos and the rest of the Big Time Rush bandmates. The video was accompanied by the song called Beautiful Christmas, while all four of the boys shared clips of their Christmas celebrations with their loved ones. One of those clips showed Alexa lifting her t-shirt to reveal the words written on her stomach that read "Baby number 3, 2021. Many fans had thought that it was incredibly sweet, and they hoped that this group will surprise them later because they had stolen their hearts 10 years ago, but the feeling remains the same for them. It is nice to see that despite them parting ways, even if for a period of time, they had still stayed in touch with each other as well as their fans. So curious, which of you missed the group? Would you like a new series? Do you think a reunion or at least a one-off concert is going to happen? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. Until next time.